Welcome, Mamta, to the Voices of West Windsor. It's a pleasure to have you on board.
Thank you
Uh,
so much.
yes,
Absolutely a pleasure.
yes. So we would like to welcome Mamta Narula, and she has been a resident of West Windsor for a long time. She is a popular personality all across in the Asian American background. So I would definitely, and I'm very excited to have you. So,
Thank you. Really, thank you so much.
yeah, you're most welcome. So, what does West Windsor mean to you?
Well, Westminster is home.
Yeah.
So it means a very comfortable, convenient, and a homely place to me.
Oh, that's nice. So, what makes West Windsor unique?
I think the diversity.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, People from all different backgrounds and from all over the world. It's a town where when you walk outside in the parks or even in your own community, you see a diverse group of people. And I feel that in today's time, you can't be living within your own comfortable community or region. You need to explore, you need to learn from others. So I think a town like this really helps not only us but our kids, which is what my entire focus has been for the last few years. The kind of work I've done and I want to do is empowering them. And I think towns like these do help them to give them exposure um, amidst all this diversity. So I really like that aspect of West Windsor.
Oh, that's nice. So, where do you see yourself in the community of West Windsor?
Well, as you said, I'm a part of the Asian American community and sort of an active member. Um, so I totally belong here. And I go by the mission of this community, this town, as they keep talking about diversity, growth, education. I do see all of those fitting very well to my vision as well. So I like to be the strong member of the community here and a resident.
Yes, that's good. So, what's a word that comes to your mind when you think of West Windsor? One word.
Diverse.
Diverse? Yeah, that's nice. So, how long you have been in West Windsor?
It's about 6 years now.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I agree, because West Windsor, I feel it's so homely and so welcoming that I also feel just great to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
where do you see West Windsor in 30 years?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
30 years.
yes.
That's a really long vision. I honestly cannot answer that question because 30 years, I have no clue. What I would like West Windsor to be in 30 years, or maybe we can talk about the areas that I believe West Windsor can work on to be a bit more stronger town. Because 30 years obviously is going to be the time of our younger generation, the
Yes.
younger generation, which is today, right? So it's their time. So I think in 30 years, West Windsor should have multiple platforms, not just small clubs and camps, but multiple platforms for these young kids to grow. Um, and and um, and I think I don't have too many complaints against West Windsor, so I may not be the right person to answer what they can improve. Obviously, there will be a list, but we all are pretty much aware, and I think WWP portal is very helpful when people can voice their opinion. But I think, yeah, I would think more focused towards the younger generation. That is something that I want each town to do. And because I'm a resident of West Windsor, I would want the township to take active part and attract them, entertain them with some programs where the kids want to be there. Not like a summer program or a spring program, but in ongoing activities, right? Where you see a lot more kids outside, not within their own groups, but
Yeah.
I want them to be engaged. I want them to be feel part of this town and think highly of the town. That is very important to us. As a parent, I can say that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a very good point, actually. And that was my next thing that I wanted to ask you is how can West Windsor improve?
Right, right.
So, yeah, so you are talking about the youth enrichment that,
So
that is,
Yeah, the two areas in my life in general, I believe, should be happy and should be comfortable is the senior citizens and a younger generation. I
Hmm.
believe these two age groups
Yeah.
are very sensitive, very critical age group that they have. So any town who can do lot more than what they are doing as of today will be very helpful. And because I see a lot of hope and scope in our younger generation, I want things to be done for them. Not, again, as I said, not just smaller program, but an ongoing activity, ongoing thing, maybe a chapter, a youth chapter that Westminster has, where they are encouraged, they get associated with schools, and schools make it a mandatory program, something like that, wherein, I don't know, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
it's a brainstorming exercise for sure for the township as well,
Yeah.
but that I think will be very helpful.
Is there someone in this town who has inspired you?
It's hard to pick one person.
Yeah, you can, like, just
It
say.
is very difficult. I I don't know if inspire, but I want to congratulate our current mayor, Mr. Hemant Marathe, because I think during the COVID and even now, I mean, COVID is still going on. He has been one of those mayors who's been so actively informing the community, being there, putting daily status. It is not a small thing. It shows his personality. It shows he cares.
Mhm.
And people have all sorts of questions, right? We have less positive things to say and more negative, and
Yeah.
he's handled everyone very well. So I think that if you have a leader like that,
Mhm.
it is the town will succeed in many areas, right? So, and I speak to my friends from all over different counties, and I speak to different people who are living in different towns. I don't think the mayors have done anything like that on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So for me, if I've been told that every day I have to write a long post describing everything, I don't think I'll be able to do that. I'll get bored.
Yeah.
He's not, he's still doing it,
Yeah.
right? And that gives a very clear visibility as to what's happening in our town and what is the situation, especially in this pandemic.
Yeah.
So I want to congratulate him, and I feel very proud that we have somebody like him. So congratulations, Mayor here, Hemant Marathe, from my side, and I'm sure a lot of people resonate with that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, sorry I didn't answer your question properly, but I don't know if anybody has inspired me as such.
But that's also an inspiration as such, because if we
Yes,
see
yes,
that,
yes. If tomorrow, if I'm given an opportunity, I definitely will think about him, how he's
yeah,
handled.
yeah,
So yeah, so in that sense, yes, absolutely.
yeah, like, that is a big, and in fact, as you're saying, even I spoke to multiple people, none of their town mayors are doing that. What he has been like, and that gives a positivity to us.
Absolutely,
Like,
absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
we feel like, okay, like, we are in a good place.
yeah, yeah. And then you
So,
feel safe, and that's what you want to be in a town where you live, right?
yes, that's
You
true.
should know there are people who you can go to.
Yeah.
They're people who have key positions. They are approachable,
Yeah.
and they will take care of you. So in that sense, again, Westminster is doing great.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I totally, like, I totally agree with you. So, West Windsor has a large Asian population, and you are the founder of Asian American Cultural Organization. So, can you speak a bit about the organization and its mission?
Yeah, so Asian American Cultural Organization started last year. It is a nonprofit 501(c)(3). The only reason we actually started this organization with one very clear mission, that we want to educate girls. So
Mhm.
it started, the mission obviously says Asian American girls or Asian girls and women empowerment, but honestly, it's open to any girl child. Me being a woman, I'm a very strong supporter of women, girls, and I believe there is nothing much better than giving education to somebody. It all starts from there. Having said that, we need to educate men as well, and we want to make sure that everyone is educated.
Mhm.
But the mission of this organization is such, and it also started because we actually founded a very successful festival. It's called the Asian American Heritage Festival. So this would have been the sixth year of the festival. From the first year, it became really successful. We had a couple thousand people, and it was basically a platform where everybody would come under one roof, and done in a bit organized manner. So people started liking it and they look forward every year. Unfortunately, this year we had to cancel because of pandemic, but hopefully next year we'll do something bigger, God willing. But so that's when the Asian American Cultural Organization also started. It is going to be a global organization wherein we are tying up with other nonprofits, and the more I talk to people, the more I realize there's so much good work happening in the world. There's actually not more negativity than positivity when you talk to people like, who are actually on the ground doing some great work. So that's the mission. We want to empower women. We want to educate girls. How West Windsor can help us, the residents, I'm happy to have brainstorm sessions with people so we can come up with smaller programs. There are many people who need our help in the world, in West Windsor, outside West Windsor, in US and outside US, in India and outside. So Asian, helping Asian girls is just a term, but it is open to everyone. So happy to talk to people. I'm easily approachable. They can log into the website, send us an email. We'll see if there is something we can start within West Windsor, like a chapter within West Windsor. I'm happy to engage high schoolers, happy to engage women, to form a sort of our own community wherein we pick up some projects and start working towards that. So that was the goal this year. Things have slowed down a bit, but now from this month they are picking up. And as we discussed earlier, how long can we wait, right? So we have
Yeah.
to now move on. So there'll be a lot more programs being announced. In fact, some of the high schoolers have started a AACO youth chapter.
Mhm.
So they created some masks which they have distributed to the West Windsor Senior Citizen Center. Now they are doing the Trenton Soup Kitchen food program. So there'll be smaller things, but eventually the goal is to make it global.
Oh, that is so nice. And that was my second thing, like, how can West Windsor residents can help the mission? As you have said that, so you have started youth chapter.
Yes,
So you have every detail on it so that the youth can, like, log in and,
absolutely.
oh, okay.
So it is all on the website, asianamericancultural.org. They can log in there. They can read about it. In fact, the youth chapter is that page where we describe the youth chapter and the programs which have already been done. That's
Mhm.
being built right now. So within the next few days, that will be up and running also. But the website is there. They can get all the
Okay.
information and they
Okay.
can send me their ideas. I'm happy to review and very, very excited to create some programs within West Windsor.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So, how do you view diversity in West Windsor as a founder of AACO?
Yeah, it's a as I said, that the one thing that I like about this town is diversity. I see that as a very strong feature
Mhm.
in today's times, because when you live in a community which has diverse people from diverse backgrounds, it educates you
Mhm.
about other people's backgrounds, other people's ways of living,
Mhm.
their IQ levels, which is very, very important these days and all the time. So it plays a big role in developing a town. Um, and I think West Windsor has nailed it big time. And we have to give the credit to a great school system here. And I think that has attracted a lot of Asian Americans to this town, and we make it more stronger. So it is a win-win situation for both. When Asian American residents are coming to this town, the town is becoming more stronger. And people are talking about West Windsor a lot these days. People who live in other towns where the school systems are great, they are like top one or two school system, number one or two, they also talk about West Windsor. So we are seen as a very, a highly recommended school system in the state, and that itself is something to be proud of.
Yeah, yeah, totally. So, um, where do you see opportunities to celebrate the Asian American Heritage Festival in West Windsor, outside of your existing festivals, or like, so how do you foresee celebrating
Oh,
that festival here?
yeah, that's a festival is basically we have everything ready. It's just changing venue from one town to another, right? It is
Yeah.
very easy to do. Everything is ready. Mercer County Park is right in the neighborhood. So I think that is one area I'd like to see. I've always been wanting to do something in Princeton downtown. Obviously, we're talking about West Windsor, but I think Princeton downtown is that landmark that we all go to. So maybe something there in the future. I
Yeah.
want this pandemic to calm down a bit and things start getting normal. We have lots of ideas, and I keep getting emails from other people from other towns to do something there. Outside New Jersey, there's a lot of the proposals that keep coming, but things are sort of on a standstill. But I think once it opens up, we have the layout and everything ready. We'll just start. So I think Mercer County Park is one area. If
Okay.
we were talking strictly about West Windsor, would
Yes.
love to put up the same Asian American festival there, and open it up for public. And I have a lot of ideas of myself in my own little brain
Yeah.
that I have. Would like to implement those, yeah. But
Yeah. Yeah.
let's wait when that opportunity comes.
Yeah, because I once attended your Asian American Heritage. It's a beautiful festival.
Thank you.
So, yeah, congratulations on that.
Thank you. The team works very hard, and I think these kind of festivals are done only because of the hardworking team.
Yeah.
So I'd like to congratulate them.
Yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
agree. So, as a parent with a child in West Windsor school system, what are your thoughts on the town's handling of reopening the schools?
Okay.
What do you
Very.
think? Where did we go right? Or what apprehensions do you have going forward, like during this pandemic time?
Topic of the hour, and I think topic of the days until September, until the school opened. Yeah, so I was very clear in my thought that my child will be remote,
Mhm.
for a simple reason, for just peace of mind. Things can go wrong even at home as well, so that's not the point. The point was that I think I feel more safer at home when my child is home. My peace of mind, my child's peace of mind. I don't know where school has gone wrong, but I want to thank the education board of West Windsor for allowing parents to pick either or option. Right? It's
Yeah,
either hybrid or remote, because there are towns which have not given them the students any options. I believe hybrid works for parents who and this is my opinion, parents who really want to send their kids for many reasons.
mhm,
One, parents cannot be home because their job does not allow them
yeah,
to be at home, right? They have to be out of the house. They have younger kids.
mhm,
They cannot stay at home. The
yeah,
child has some restrictions, some medical restrictions, that the child has to interact with other children. And
yeah,
these are all very valid reasons for somebody to send their kids in this situation to school. I believe if the child is okay, if the parents are blessed and they can work from home,
yeah,
I did not see any reason for the child. And if the child is a high schooler, I
yeah,
did not see the child to go to school. And as a parent, I was not comfortable. And when I spoke to other children, I spoke to teachers, I felt that there's a lot of discomfort in going back to school. I did not understand the hybrid model. Um, but talking about what school has done, I think they've done a fantastic job.
mhm,
I would say last year they were just getting their act together, and they were trying to brainstorm and understand what's going on and how they can plan. But they have done a fabulous job this year. The curriculum has not changed. They're very strict. It's just like the classroom. You have to do your work on time. You just can't attend and vanish, right? You have to be there. You have to give the test, and you're not getting straight A's if you're not doing what you need, what you got to do. So I have to congratulate the school board. I have to commend the teachers who are putting this curriculum together and adjusting to both hybrid and remote. It's not easy. I'm sure they have their kids too. So they are managing home and they're managing this chaos. And they have done a really great job. So congratulations. I'm very, very happy with this year. And I think it's a new ways of learning for kids as well. But kids who are working from home cannot complain. They
yeah,
are in the comfort of the house. They wake up and they can go to any room in the house, and,
yeah,
they get their food on time, and they're not commuting. So there's a lot of waste of time has gone away.
yeah,
So I hope the kids are using their time productively. And once again, congratulations to the school board. They've done a great job.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, because my daughter is also a high schooler and we are all virtual, like,
Yeah.
both my kids. So it's, yeah, I can commend, like, they have done a fantastic job
Yes.
in terms
Yes.
of,
There is no doubt. That's one thing there's no doubt about.
yeah,
So they've done a great job. And I hope teachers are safe. I hope they all remain safe and healthy, because that's my one wish for them.
So how about when we talk about your organization, so what do you think, if this virtual keeps on moving forward? So do you have something in hand wherein, if, for example, a year again, we have to be virtual, do you have anything in your mind, or do you want to do for the community and being remote and online? What do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah. So our mindset is now 100% virtual. So we have started working on some programs. In fact, we completed one program where we educated little kids in India virtually. Now, those kind of programs will continue, but within the community, we are doing something for the senior citizens. In fact, we are talking to the West Windsor Senior Citizen Home, where how can we engage these senior citizens, because they were so used to going to the centers, and now the centers are closed. These senior citizens cannot go there. So their life has changed. They are either enclosed in their house or in their rooms. So they need some kind of entertainment, some kind of engagement. And I thought the kids can be very handy when it comes to that. Now, the only thing is, will the senior citizens be available for virtual, or will they be willing, or will they have the facilities to be, on a Zoom meeting, or those kind of settings. So we are in discussions with the township, and we are in discussion with the senior citizen center on in West Windsor. And one, I forgot which one is that, but the kids are handling that. So there are some programs that we are working on. In fact, I have proposals for virtual festival, that why don't you do virtual festivals? Now, my thing is, the whole purpose of the festival was meet and greet, and be in person. Doing a virtual festival, first I need to accept that. But yeah, so there's a lot of things being discussed, and I think I'm going to announce something in November, wherein the first program we'll do, and it can be a mini festival or a program or whatever, but there will be something coming up very soon.
Yeah, yeah, it is a tough time for people the people who work for the community, and all of a sudden it just comes as a standstill.
Yes, yes.
But I'm happy the way you and people like you have adopted the system, and they are trying to move forward
Yeah. It
because
is a real struggle, and I feel that a lot of us are really blessed. We don't have too many reasons to complain, but there are people who are struggling. There are people who are suffering. So if there is little something we can do to help them, I think that'll go a long way. At least we'll feel better. So that is my urge and request to everybody, not only West Windsor, but everywhere around. Like, try to help people when you can. It really doesn't hurt. A small help goes a long way, and you know especially in times like this, who had ever thought that we will experience a pandemic?
yeah.
uh, and we are living in that now, and we are adjusting every day. We are adjusting, and we are getting more comfortable with these kinds, a different lifestyle that we have. Yeah, I think as a community we come together, we support each other, and be positive and spread the positive vibes,
Yeah.
be it WWP portal, or be it on to the township people, or the school of board of education. If there is a lot of positive things going on, I think we will do very well, and we will come out stronger.
So you think West Windsor has handled the pandemic well?
I think they've handled in a great way. I
Hmm.
think they have handled the best they could. I don't know what else they could have done.
Yeah.
Um, it feels so good to know that there are not many cases being announced these days. And touch wood, I hope it remains like this. That we are getting into a very critical time in the month of October and November, where the assumption is that the cases will increase, and because of winter coming closer and the flu season that we are in now. So I hope things remain the way they are, or get much more better than they are here in West Windsor, and we all remain healthy and safe.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Mamta. Thank you for creating such a good organization called Asian American Cultural Organization, which has come forward in these testing times. And you, as the founder, thanks that you have been doing for the West Windsor community and all across the
Well,
region.
thank you so much, Shika. Thanks to Voice of West Windsor. It's a great opportunity to connect with our own community in this way, and you guys are doing a great job. and continue to do what you're doing. And you yourself do festivals and events, and I see you're so active in the community, small, big, on different scales, you're doing programs, right? So it shows that you want to do that.
Yeah.
And at some point, we will work together and do something for the community, because we both are residents of West Windsor. So it'll feel really good. So thank you so much, Ikha.
Yeah, thank you, Mamta, and we'll see you soon.
Take
Thank you.
care. Stay safe. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.